Good morning. I believe it's day 21. Got some thoughts on my mind. Just over my shoulder, somewhere in there, peeking out, is a church spire. It happens to be Sunday. The bells were ringing a short while ago. Question to my viewers. Question to myself, really. Am I a man of leisure who goes on adventures, to be sure, a little rough and ready, but sort of a modern equivalent of the Grand Tour? Or am I a bum? The distinction, I will tell you, is not always obvious, even to me. So that's some of the thoughts that I have this morning. Yesterday evening, I came into the youth hostel, and there were three fellows there, Swiss, and they struck up a conversation, the point of which was, would I please put my shoes out of the room because they smelled so bad? Well, I happily did this, and then I realized when they were out of the room that it really wasn't just my shoes that smelled bad. I had taken a shower and everything, but everything I have, my pack, my clothes that were laying about, they all pretty much just reeked. And so I put my pack in one of those lockers, and by the time they got back, it had all was more or less fresh smelling in the room. But that's the first kind of thought, and I'll pick up some of these other thoughts that I have as I go along this morning. As I was walking through the village, I imagined the local people going to church, probably dressed in their Sunday best, shall we say, in the sense that Ma and Pa Ingalls would have understood it. And I'm certainly part of that tradition as well, that you get dressed up on a Sunday, if not in your finest clothes, something quite respectable looking, to appear, if not before God, who sees and knows all, but at least in front of the other parishioners as someone who is, shall I say, upright. And it seems to me we're deceiving ourselves just a little bit when we attempt to do such things. I believe this is the Rocher de Nez, probably butchering that completely, which overlooks Lake Geneva, overlooks Montreux, and has a cog railway like right to the top. You see on the upper left part of it there's like a radio tower or something like that, which may be part of the station. That's the way I'm reading the map anyway. Not sure where I'm going to camp tonight. Don't see much in the way of flat. Before I get too far down the road on this, I don't want anyone to get the idea that I'm throwing stones at the good parishioners of Sonnen or Ma and Pa Ingalls for that matter. I'm no better than anybody else on this. But I do have a few observations. First, it's number one on the hit parade of the 7 deadly sins. And many thinkers have identified it as really the only sin. The second observation is, it sort of pervades everything in our lives. Once you start looking for it, it's everywhere. And the best place to go looking for it, of course, is in oneself. And one thing that I note is that the things I am most proud of, I rank higher in intrinsic value. The things that I'm not so good at, oh, that's not very important, you know. So I sort of engage in it, indulge it. But the next observation that I have is a lot of people say, well, you know, as long as you don't say, only I can do it, you know, overweening pride, it's okay. It just a little bit of it is fine. I'm not sure that's right. I'm not sure that any bit of pride is good. It's sort of like the opposite of some things that are intrinsically good. You can't have too much hope. You can't have too much love. There are some things that you can't overdo, like in a Aristotelian mean sense. And I think the diametric opposite is, I'm not sure that even a little bit of pride is good in anything.